deflections right now. What do you think about the overall defensive activity you guys have showed this season?
I think we're getting better. I think we still got some room for improvement. I think we're, I think 11th in defensive rating right now. Obviously, we've had some lopsided wins and some not so great losses down the stretch. But I think all in all, we're doing a great job of being in our shift, being in our shell, getting back on the shot and loading up and showing bodies.
Brandon's steals and block numbers are way up. What have you seen from him just in terms of taking the challenge on defense?
More activity, more aggressiveness defensively. Not letting guys be comfortable, getting into the ball, active hands, really taking the challenge. It shows he's trying to guard when he's fouling out of games. It shows you that he's being aggressive on both ends.
What kind of progress do you think y'all have made with you, Zion, JV, and BI all on the court together?
I think we're getting better, considering the fact that we've had some guys in and out of lineup. I think we're getting used to space and getting off the better starts. In terms of our offense, I think our offense is top 5 or 6, and that's what us not really finding our rhythm early on and still starting to settle in with each other.
CJ, you alluded to that you're a little maybe disappointed that you guys weren't able to get some of those overtime losses in the wins. But how impressed are you with this group overall? Because outside of really you and Jonas, this group has never experienced winning on an NBA level before.
Yeah, it's still early in the season. I think we're 10-7. 10-7. We should be 12-5 at the very least. I would like to be 13-4. But I think this is a good step in the right direction on going through tough losses. It teaches you how to win. You learn how to value possessions more. You learn how to communicate better. And I think for us down the stretch of the season, those losses will be helpful for us as we get in those situations again down the road.
How much have you seen Naji develop as his role has grown this year?
He's developed a lot. He's more aggressive defensively. He's more comfortable on offense, shooting the ball, but also driving, catch goes. And he's been a real huge help for us, especially with Trey going out, being able to step into the starting lineup. He showed you guys what he's capable of with extended minutes in a larger role, and he's played well for us. I would like to see him take that layup the other night, but other than that, I think he's been doing really well.
In the games y'all played without Zion and Brandon this year, y'all have a winning record. I mean, what do you just think about the waves of guys you can throw at people?
We got a lot of different guys that are capable of performing. A very deep team, as you've seen last night, with some of our guys that haven't played a lot of minutes this year stepping up. Looking at the roster, the way it's been built out, you credit Griff, credit Trey and Willy and the staff for player development, but also selecting the right players that'll be willing to buy into certain roles. And I think that's kind of showed throughout. And hopefully we continue to build on what we've done and get better for the playoffs.
So do you think there's potential for this group, the whole roster, to be the best you've ever been on, considering that depth?
So, 17 games into a season, so it's tough to say. Yeah, you gotta perform throughout the season. Then later on in the season, you got to be healthy. I think a lot of things, kind of play a factor. But if we're healthy, in April, I think this is probably one of the best teams I've played on, especially when you look at the depth, the talent. And then you look at guys like Zion, a guy like BI, a guy like JV, who's a walking double-double. I don't think I played with that many talented guys before in my career.
We talk a lot about Jose's defense, but you think people underestimate his impact offensively, to what he could do on the ball and off the ball?
Yeah, he pushes the pace for us, pushes tempo. He's not afraid to get downhill. He's shooting the ball well from 3. Showed a nice little floater, good touch around the basket, and he's doing a lot of different things for our team that are beneficial and showing the work that he's put in.
CJ, when you're on the bench, how often, or I should say how more often, do you watch Jose when he's out there, because you're wondering, is this going to be the play where he does something?
Yeah, I'm watching everybody. I love the energy that he brings. He's getting like one good steal a game where he's hiding or picking up the ball full court and getting deflections or whatever the case may be. But he's an impact player, and that's why fans love him.
Does he try to get you in practice with the trick?
He's never gotten me with that before, but I mean, he's like, I may have traveled in the backcourt, like not looking, like not seeing him, stuff like that. But I don't think he's gotten me with the actual steal before, like the back tip steal. Yeah.
Good man, watch your back, all right?
Have a good Thanksgiving.